Hi, I'm John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy, with another Global Real Estate School podcast. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the podcast. My name is John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy, and thank you for joining. This is episode, I do that every time, 092 or 093. We are in the 90s, I know that for sure, but regardless, I'm here to talk about another definition to help you learn more and to help you pass the real estate exam on the first attempt. Today I'm going to talk about a purchase money mortgage. So what is a purchase money mortgage? Well, the easiest way to remember this is that any time, and write that down, anytime the seller helps with part of the financing, we call that a purchase money mortgage. Now, most of the time, a seller might finance the entire mortgage amount for the seller or for the buyer. The buyer may pay a certain amount of money down to the seller, and then the seller would finance or carry a mortgage or a note and deed of trust on the balance, depending on the state that you reside in. But when the seller helps finance, that's called a purchase money mortgage. Now, you could have a purchase money mortgage with a conventional mortgage. In other words, the buyer could go and get 90% of the funds or 80% of the funds from the lender, and then the seller may finance the 10% or 5% or the balance of the mortgage. Now, it's important that if the seller is going to finance any part of the sales price, that the lender knows about this. Back in 2007, 2006, and 2008, when we kind of had the mortgage meltdown, we had a lot of bad things going on in the real estate industry where sellers were helping with the down payment and they were inflating sales prices. They weren't telling lenders about some of this creative financing going on, and they would tear these second mortgages up after the closing. And basically that's really fraud when you get right down to it. If you don't disclose it to the lender, that's misrepresentation. And if you're lying to the lender and you sign documents that say the seller is not participating or there's nothing going on outside the sales contract, then you are, in essence, violating the law and you could be held accountable for those actions. But for the real estate exam and for today's mortgage definition, purchase money mortgage, immediately just say the seller's financing. So again, it can be a combination of conventional financing and a purchase money mortgage, but it could also just be the seller financing the entire mortgage amount. Now, on tomorrow's podcast, I'm going to talk about a contract for deed, which is also a form of a purchase money mortgage, but it's a little bit different, some more terminology we need to know. But don't forget, purchase money mortgage, sellers helping with some of the financing. Well, definitions are always a key part of passing the real estate exam, and we have some great flashcards at Global Real Estate School. Check them out. It's globalrealestateschool.com. We also have practice exams. So if you're listening to this podcast or watching it on YouTube and you are in a state that we are not approved in, we've got some great study aids for you. Just go on over to globalrealestateschool.com. Check out some of the resources. And if you need help or you want to get your real estate license and you are in one of the states that we have our school in, we would love to have you as a student. We always have personalized attention. Yes, you talk to me when you call. That's right. People always tell me, and yesterday I had somebody, they were amazed that I answered the phone and helped them one of my students with a question they have, but that's just the way we operate at Global Real Estate School. We would love to have you as a student, love to help you with any materials you need to pass the exam. We'd love for you to give us a 5-star review, a thumbs up on iTunes or whatever podcast platform you're listening from. And as always, I want you to go out and make it a great day. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Thank you for listening to the podcast for Global Real Estate School. I'm John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy. Go out and make it a great day.